All right, so section 4.4, solving two-step inequalities. So we're still going to treat this, wow, that's really good English. Still treat this like equations, but solving for the variable via SADMAP. I'm pretty sure I just butchered that somehow. Anyway, so we're just going to move on it. We're still going to treat it just like we have done other equations before. Just remember, when you multiply or divide by a negative, pop goes the symbol. All right, so just remember that. Now, let's go ahead and do the first one. So in this problem, it says 5 minus 3x is greater than 8. And if we reread it, we could say 5 take away 3 times x is greater than 8. So what we're really doing here is we have to get rid of our subtraction and addition. So what can we do? We can get rid of this 5. How do we do it? We subtract 5 on both sides of our inequality. When we do, we get negative 3x is greater than a positive 3. Now, the next step to this is to go with division, and we are dividing by a negative. So this right here goes away, and I'm running out of room. It leaves me with an x, and then 3 divided by negative 3 gives me negative 1. But remember the rules, when you multiply or divide by a negative, pop goes the symbol. So this greater than sign becomes a less than sign. Now we just graph it like we normally would. I put negative 1 here, not there, here. And because it says less than and there's no equal to, I'm going to put it there. And since it's x is less than, it means that's everything to the left. All right, let's try a different one. Let's try one. There we go. Let's do this, number 5. All right. So number 5, you're probably already scratching your head and you're getting scared. But don't worry, simplify. We're still treating everything like we've done before. So let's look at this right here. It says 2 times y minus 4. Pause. Don't get scared. This is the same things that we've been doing before. And what we're going to do is we're going to simplify this expression by using the distributive property. 2 times y gives me 2y. 2 times a minus 4 gives me a minus 8 is less than a negative 18. All right, now let's go ahead and, since we've simplified that side, let's use SADMAP. I can get rid of this minus 8 by adding 8 on both sides. I now have 2y is less than a negative 10. And now I'm going to divide by 2 on both sides. When I do, I get y is less than negative 5. And since I was dividing by a negative, I divided by a positive 2, I didn't have to flip my symbol. So let's plug this in. I have negative 5 here. Since it doesn't have an equals to, it's going to be an open circle. And y is less than that, so that means that it will be greater. Let's see. Let me see if I want to do one more with you. Nope, actually I don't. I want you to try number 2, 3, 4, and 6 on your own and see how you did. All right, you should have gotten this for number 2, x is greater than or equal to negative 4. There's your graph. For 3, x is greater than or equal to a positive 4. Not very good writing, Mr. Lewis. Then number 4 would be y is less than a negative 15 divided by 4. And if you had put that as a mixed number, such as y is less than a negative 3 and 3/4, that's okay, but this is actually a better answer, especially when we're dealing with algebra. I like these types of fractions better. And then 6, you should have gotten that y is greater than or equal to 4. And I'm just going to work this one quickly with you. So if we were to remember to do our distributive property, this may have messed you up. We would have gotten negative 6 is greater than or equal to a negative 6y, and then a negative 6 times a negative 3 gives me a plus 18. So if you got this wrong, that might be what happened. You may have forgotten that this was a negative here, and it should have given you a negative 6 times a negative 3. That may have been a mistake there. I just want you to be aware of. So what I'm going to do is number 7. I'm going to actually leave that to you for a little challenge problem. Please come talk to me about it, but I am going to give you a little bit of a hint that will help you set this up, and it's this: 12 per week. That should give you a little bit of a hint of how you should write a certain type of expression, or let me rephrase that, a term in your inequality. We've talked about it multiple times that when you see something per pound, per week, per minute, per hour, you should be able to write a certain type of term/expression. But as always, you know how to find me if you got questions, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.